Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast. This voice belongs to Matt Vaughn here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Happy Monday morning, or whatever time you're listening to this after Monday morning. With me today, I have Alex Vaughn, also in the same city.
What's up?
Alex, how you doing, man?
Doing real well. Doing real good.
Doing real Will? Maybe Will Vaughn in Vancouver. Will, how you doing?
No one does me but me. That was a very CBC Radio News intro, by the way, man. I like that a lot.
That was. Again, I need the numbers on how many people listen to this on Monday morning. I would guess 3% of our listenership, but
Yeah, it might be. Maybe it's not the best idea to.
Maybe you're listening to this
clarify
podcast on the way to work, on the way from work, or maybe
it's
at
an
work.
obsession you guys have is just saying Monday. It's Monday, and
I got it. Well, I got it. Speaking of obsessions, Will, Alex, and I were talking.
Oh, were we?
And we were, yeah. And Will, you go to Will the Steve Austin.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Steve Austin.
It is
voice
nonstop.
just-
It is wall to wall Steve
It's
Austin.
a bit of a crutch.
It's a bit of a crutch.
We wanted to confront you. This is kind of like this is an audio intervention. I hope you're sitting down. I hope you have coffee. I hope you have someone there to support you during this
My
time.
big mug of coffee. See, I can't stop it, guys.
See, you just did it.
everything I say
Oh
goes in.
no!
We're
Well,
intervening.
hey,
We should
Before you
intervene
guys-
like It's Always Sunny, where they just scream at the person and berate them.
I was just talking about that show. Well, before you scream at me, how about, Matt, you introduce the fourth guest, the proverbial fourth wheel of the Triple Threat Podcast.
Say what? A fourth guest in
Not a thing.
Vancouver. I think that would be the non-Vaughn in the Triple Threat Podcast. I think you got Ian Hanlon next to you, don't you? Or across from you. I don't know the arrangement.
Across from me, yeah.
I am adjacent, yes.
Yes, he's in the
Okay,
vicinity.
good.
Yes.
I like that.
He's William adjacent.
Yeah. So thanks for having me back, guys. I appreciate not being utterly ostracized from absolutely everyone's endeavors, which was kind of what I expected to happen after that.
No, well,
The last of it.
last show was a big...
Ian, we took a vote, and I can tell you by your reaction, you already know what that means.
Speaking of taking a vote, congratulations, Scotland, on...
Making that decision as you made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was historic.
And saying no to splitting from the United Kingdom.
Oh, man.
Daring.
Okay, have you guys read the news?
No.
How it's like it's 1% chance that yes will win, and by that I mean
What?
0%
I thought yes
chance.
was the thing, because I read one thing on it and decided that
Yes was the
good enough.
thing. I thought
Yeah,
yes
no.
was the thing.
Greece is yes is the thing. Greece is the word.
Greece is
And,
the time.
Oh,
and
is
the
Greece
place
separating
and the
too?
moment.
From
the UK, yeah.
Yes, Greece. Yeah, Greece.
Ain't doing so
They
good.
decided that a while ago, I think.
Do they have
It's been a while
have
since-
money again yet?
Wow.
No.
Greece? No, they're still working
Still
on.
no
There's still
money.
it's still goats and threats.
Just olive oil
And,
and
yeah,
chest hair.
Chocolate, which is weird. You'd think they'd be Swiss, but no, Greece does it too.
What, like, or German or Belgian. But yeah, I don't know Greek chocolate too well.
Alex, let's not bring into any dirty smears about countries here, okay? Just leave
They're
your
just
opinions
people
of
that
other
are
nations
good
in the
at
world.
creating chocolates.
Get your smears out of here.
Is Belgian chocolate? That's a thing, right? Belgian waffles is a
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Belgian,
Yeah,
Belgian chocolate.
Belgian chocolate waffles. are fantastic.
I'm often belching chocolate, typically after Easter. Yeah.
Boo.
Will, we got another intervention for you.
Okay.
Uh,
What?
it's on the
just-
What? Come at me, bro.
It's on the
Literally.
puns.
And figure-
Speaking of
Well, we're coming at
puns,
you with love. Yes, Alex.
I got invited to a party this weekend. It hasn't happened yet, but this
Ooh
weekend
la
is when I get the
la,
invite.
Alex.
And it's for someone who was allergic to potatoes their entire life and is now no longer
Wait, that's
allergic.
the
So they
reason
can eat
for
like
the
potato
party?
chips, poutine, drink vodka. And the title of the party is Tater's Gonna Tate. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
So wait.
I mean, I'll give it
entire
one
party-
clap, but that's about it.
The entire party is predicated upon good news, everyone. Potatoes now. That's really what it is.
That's it. I think you just boiled it down.
Is
perfectly.
it?
Is it also their birthday or like
/ engagement party or
It is
something?
literally a party to celebrate her love of the potato. Actually, we don't know if she likes potatoes. Her ability to consume potato, and hope she doesn't, go into anaphylactic shock.
Yeah, they're really starchy. She's gonna balloon.
Watch her just really not like them too.
Yeah,
Just
she'll be like,
Yeah.
not for me. Which
Well,
one
we're
of
not
us
gonna
didn't
give her
like
like
potatoes?
big potato. Me.
I think I've always liked potatoes.
Yeah, it was
Alex
It was
and me.
Alex. Alex
That
didn't
was
like mashed
definitely me.
potatoes.
I still don't.
Yeah. What? Alex,
I don't
we're
eat
having an
mashed
intervention
potatoes
right now.
ever.
Seriously.
Good, go for it. I eat potatoes more often now, of the pan-fried variety. But I've never eaten a mashed potato.
A Nova Scotian who doesn't like potatoes. My goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. What is the world coming
Typecast.
to?
Stereotypical.
I guess mashed potatoes really aren't.
You like mashed potatoes, you just like butter, my friend. I hate to break it to you.
No,
but
you're
you
that's
just
what
like
I'm saying.
butter.
It's absolutely right. It's a butter conduit, much like a
Yes.
roll is a butter conduit.
I
into the mouth.
disagree. I like the potato. With
I
the
actually
potato
ate a
weakness of
delicious
it.
roll without anything on it last week, the weekend before last. It was quite delicious.
So that's your
you
story. You
come
ate a
into that
roll.
roll?
Maybe
how'd
some
you come into that roll?
preserves. How did I come? How did I obtain the roll? It was given to me
Yes.
by you, so I don't know why you're asking. And it was
trying
cooked
to
by
be
He's
your,
setting himself up. It's called
Yes.
setup.
lovely
Yeah.
wife and my sister-in-law and Will's sister-in-law, and Ian's never met her, so I really don't know what he's doing here.
Yeah, she has.
Ian
Yeah.
has
I
indeed
have,
met her. He has broken bread. The drink bread.
Oh,
She
okay,
drove me to my
fine.
house that time.
She did.
I just wanted
I
to,
drove
I just wanted
you.
to
She was
crap
there.
on Ian.
I'm
I
sorry,
know what's
that
I
was-
know what's going on here. You're all trying
It
to
was after a
replace me.
night imbibing.
Look,
It was
this isn't
okay.
about who met who or who drove who or who ate whose rolls or who doesn't like mashed potatoes.
Or who puked in the backseat of whose car, because I've done that too many times.
Hey, look, buddy, you're
it's
treading
a
on thin
Alex-
ice
family
here.
trait.
Let's not get into
Alex, we
these
got to talk
stories.
to you.
What?
We got to. This is an intervention.
No,
gotta-
Will, if Will deserves the intervention more than I do if we're talking
Alex,
about
this is an intervention.
We got to have an intervention.
chucking,
Good God.
chucking
Wait,
whatever you
who,
want.
who's that for?
For
You.
you, Matt. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's what they did in How I Came to Meet
How I
Your
Met Your Mother.
Dead Mother.
Whoa, spoiler alert.
For anyone who hasn't seen.
If you didn't see that coming,
I
I'm
met your
sorry. Like, where is she? He's been telling this story for 5, 6, 7 years. and
Why
she's
is she
once
not telling?
more
Yeah,
to
why
the
does she
room
like
and
walk in and be like, cookies, kids?
Yeah,
Like,
fish sticks
Mom.
or chicken fingers tonight. What
Yeah.
do you? Okay.
Yeah, Mom, we want
Oh,
pizza.
those are the two choices?
Yeah, those are the two choices.
Those are what we have. It's the two choices.
What do you want? Your father hasn't worked in 9 years. He's been telling you the same story for 9
Stories.
years. Yeah, I don't know who that was.
no,
It
it's
was
good.
not Stone
was
Cold
her.
Steve Austin.
Hey, man,
Which is really, I mean, that's just a good enough a break.
you hurt my feelings over here.
No, well, you should be happy he's just not doing Ultimate Warrior every day because it would make no sense.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I'd pass out most likely. from-
Actually, I got into this
exertion.
website called.
You got in.
Pencils.
Good for you.
I became a fan of.
Yes.
I got their membership, which you just type in the URL into your browser's address bar. You probably just type in.
There are
Google, it'll still
websites
show
that
up.
have memberships. I was speaking more like it was like a university or something.
Oh yeah.
Netflix?
I didn't get in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sean
and then
Brumby?
it has a lot of like motivational quotes, and the guy draws pictures to match the quotes, and one of them is Warrior's final speech thing that he did on Raw, which is kind of really interesting to see.
What's the URL of that site, Alex?
It is zenpencils.com.
ZenPencils.com. That's our website recommendation of the week. Webpencils.com.
I actually really, I got into it
I
quite a
see.
lot.
If you Google it, one of the autofills is it says "What teachers make." It's that kind of classic slam poetry thing. Of have you seen that one? People were like, "How much do you make, teacher?" And this guy like, has this big ranty thing.
You know what teachers make? They make me cry.
Okay, well,
Man,
you disagree.
They
It's
make
a
me
YouTube
feel
video.
That got
stupid.
weird. That got weird.
Okay, well, we gotta have an intervention.
Okay.
Are you sharing your feelings?
Is the
You gotta stop. Lay off the teachers, Will. Come on.
All right, I
They're
guess-
just getting back to work next. Well, maybe getting back to work.
in BC? Yeah, that's right.
No, that's right.
BC teachers
we got
are back to work.
Yeah, we got real teachers here that work no matter what the conditions.
Hey, man.
I've never seen so many strikes in my life as I've seen in Nova Scotia. Everybody's striking.
Who?
I mean,
Name
you
six.
lived here the longest.
Name 6
Of course
strikes.
you would see that.
Nurses.
You know what's funny is that we're in a union, and every time I live right by the school board building here, so I see them picketing every day. And every time I walk past, I kind of want to go, "Yeah, man, union, me too." But we're in the acting union, which is like, even if there was a strike, no one would go on strike.
No one would go on
Like the
strike.
writers struck a few years ago, but the
Yeah.
actors would be like, "Yeah, totally. I'll take any job."
Well, didn't ACTRA or AFTRA or whatever it's called in the States, SAG, didn't SAG strike or was going to strike or something like
I
that?
don't know. I just can't see it happening. Like
No.
the
They've got to work.
the front of the camera people were too like, look at me.
Yeah, we're also like, work.
Yeah.
If you have
Also,
work,
I
I'll
think
do
you guys
anything.
have kind of the edge in terms of monetary compensation.
The edge of what?
Well, you have the like in terms of like bankable actors don't have to worry about
Yeah, they
getting
can go on strike.
money.
Well, yeah. I mean, the
It's
higher
the,
end
it's the
folks
common
certainly-
folk that cannot afford to do
I just
so.
don't really see Tom Cruise with a homemade sign walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard. I
Yeah,
just
really
don't see
like
that
that.
happening.
Yeah, it says psychiatrist or death on that sign.
Typewritten sign.
Wow.
It says smaller cast sizes. Yeah.
More lines for Tom Cruise.
With Tom,
which is
with
me.
Tom Cruise, when he says smaller cast size, does he mean like the people or the height? Because I could see that either way for him.
I would
Whoa.
say height.
Yeah, I would say height.
More leading ladies under 4'10".
Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise? Wait.
We're talking to Cruise.
Oh, wow. I went to Hanks.
Cruise
Why did I go
talking.
Hanks?
Why did you go Hanks?
I just
Tom
found out.
Hanks.
Once you go Hanks,
I just found out in
Let's
that
finish that.
that documentary we watched the other day that his brother is a voiceover actor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, your Netflix documentary.
Wow.
I got in trouble halfway through that word. No, the Netflix recommendation of the week is the documentary directed by Mr. John DiMaggio, who's the voice of Benra in Futurama.
Oh, yeah, I see
called
that.
I Know That Voice. It's a very entertaining documentary for
stuff,
anybody to watch. You'll actually see a couple people on there and be like, oh, okay, he does that too. And
There was
yeah, and you meet a Mr. Jim Hanks, who is maybe 10 or 15 years older than Tom.
And who does, obviously the
Well, his
best
voice is so
Tom
he does
Hanks
the best Tom
impression
Hanks
ever.
impression ever. Yeah,
There was
And also
an
Tom
interview with
should
Tom
be-
Hanks on, I think, the Graham Norton show in the UK, and they have the Woody pull doll, and he's pulling it. He's like, "Is that you?" And Tom just busts out laughing. He's like, "No, that's
yeah.
actually my brother Jim. He does all my voiceovers for the toys."
see, and that's exactly what me and Ian thought. We were like, I bet
That's
whenever Tom doesn't want to do a
hysterical.
voiceover for
Oh, yeah.
Apollo 13, the video game,
Yeah.
there's Jim Hanks in there being like,
Apollo
"Here's where we have
13,
a
the video
problem."
game.
Yeah. Oh, here's that Clint Howard bonus level. Whatever it starts at.
In a real way, big boy never left, sir. But Tom should be kissing the ground that he didn't get Jim's hair jeans.
yeah, it's all gone.
Well, it's kind of striking when you look at Jim. He's just looks like a bald Tom Hanks. He kind of looks like, and Matt, you'll know the character better because he's in Breaking Bad. But who is the guy? And he's in Community, and he's like the law professor.
Michael.
Yeah, the boss-
sorry,
yeah,
Jonathan Banks.
Jonathan
he plays
Banks.
Michael. I forget his last name.
I like you just named his
Jonathan
character's
Banks?
name. Oh, Mike.
Jim Hanks.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. I'm still not over
What's
that.
that about
Anyway,
Mike?
okay,
Whatever.
over
Whatever.
what, Matt? You can't say
Whatever.
anything.
I already said it. How's he going to take it back?
Oh, well, now I can't listen to this episode. We have to record it all over again.
Devastating.
All right, in 3,
Two,
2.
one.
Well, now everyone knows how we
Hey,
lead
it's
into the
good.
podcast. Great. Magic lost.
I think we usually go 1, 2, 3, go. Hello, it's
Hey, man. It's me. It's me, Mario.
By the way, that guy has the best Instagram account on the internet. Have I told you guys
Mario?
about this?
Mario guy?
No, the guy that does the voice, Charles Martinet. He just runs around with Mario and Luigi action figures, looking at stuff. He's like, "Hey, look, it's a crab, and he's crabby. Yeah, yes. Oh, good one, bro. Yoo-hoo-hoo." And he'll just run around and commentate on things as Mario and Luigi. And he actually throws Wario in there too from
He's
time
got
to
a
time.
sweet gig, man. Like,
He's got an awesome
'cause
gig.
He'll never not be
Yeah,
married.
all he's got to do is show up and be like, "All right, this is Super Mario Galaxy 3, okay," and Mario just got hit by a thing. Oh, and now he's happy. Woohoo! Like he's just got to make the same noises he always
Well,
does
I-
since '96.
Yeah.
He's had that job for almost 20 years.
But I heard that what happened was like everyone who was coming in to read for that part, they were like, "Okay, now video games talk, so Mario needs a voice." And I guess everyone was coming in going, "Hey, I'm Mario. How you doing, Baba the Boo?" And then
See,
he
I
was-
would take him more as that kind of character because he's a
Boo. I poke out to my head.
he also helped Cinderella get to the ball, which is nice of him.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like Mario, he's kind of a tough looking dude. He runs around, he jumps on enemies. I mean, he flies right into the face of danger. So that voice example, Ian, that you provided, I'm not surprised that wasn't what they're going for.
I think that's what they were going for in the classic Dennis Hopper, Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, that's right. Bob
John
Hoskins.
Leguizamo.
Holy cow, Dennis Hopper and Bob Hoskins, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Both of them. Yeah, Johnny Legs, the only one standing.
The old
The,
Mario Bros curse.
Yeah.
We're all
That's it.
well
That's
aware
it.
of. Like Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Yeah,
It's one of them poltergeists upstairs.
Poultry Geists.
But Craig T. Nelson's still alive. But anyway, yeah, it's what was the note that they gave these guys then when they were going and be like, actually wanted to be like really?
I don't think they gave him anything. I think it was just everybody came in doing the whole like, and he just was the one guy who came in and he was like, my take is,
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't until the N64 version that he talked. Or
yeah, it was 96. First thing you heard when
Demoted.
you socked in your cartridge for Super Mario 64. Great title. Was "It's me, Mario," and then you pull his nose around and he's like, "Wow,
Yeah,
it's incredible."
he
Mario's in.
changes
He can play with his face. He's in 3D. He talks now. He can punch and kick now too. He's got a lot tougher. So
He
yeah,
punches
Charles.
and
I guess.
kicks like a obese plumber.
Well, that's what it is.
Oh, is that what he? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
All right. And then Link could talk too, kind of, in Ocarina of Time.
He just goes like, ah!
Yeah, obviously he's just some Japanese kid with going like.
That's a pretty flawless Link.
Yeah,
I
No,
don't
it
know
is.
what happened where there's like, they all gotta talk now, I guess. And
I think it was,
the Banjo
to know
Kazooie,
which-
whatever the heck that was
first
that I
one.
just
Oh,
named.
yes, you got to talk more banjo.
whatever.
Dude, Banjo Kazooie was really good.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, I just finished
I get
watching the
passionate
entire
about Banjo
playthrough of
Kazooie.
Banjo
It was
Kazooie.
very good.
But and we're kind of ying off here, but I'll just finish Banjo by saying it's interesting because in Banjo, when a
Finish
character
out
would
entirely.
talk, they would put like a little noise on there. So like when Banjo would say something, like
Right.
and when Grunty was talking, she'd be like and like
Oh, yeah.
everything would
Very
make like a
Grunty.
weird little noise in that game.
I got to shout out. I got to give a shout out to Star Fox 64 for their
Star
excellent,
Fox is
voice
awesome.
cast.
Do a barrel roll.
Andross's enemy is my enemy.
Yeah. So this is Star Fox. I'm going to crush you.
Star Wolf.
Yeah. Andros has ordered us to take you down.
Take you down.
I could, we can recite that pretty much that entire game.
Well, those reads back in the day
Additional
were so, like, you're like, oh,
voices.
it's a video game. Okay, I guess I'll kind of like when they first started getting them to talk. Did you ever see those? I can't remember what they call it when they'd have like live action actors in the like old PC video games and like Sega CD stuff.
Oh yeah, the Sega CD
Right,
is
yeah.
awful.
Sega CD.
Cinematics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like the game. It's-
Just Oscar-worthy performances
Oh,
in some of those things.
yeah.
And like, oh man, Captain Power. Did you ever see those?
yeah. Well, I watched the AVGN's Sega CD review that he did.
Miserable.
It's interesting how Sega just kind of buried themselves after. Just like this, buried themselves under useless consoles,
Well, just the
useless
Dreamcast,
accessories,
really, right?
and the Dreamcast was the best thing they made. But I think by then they're
was
either too far gone.
Sunk, right?
Yeah.
They're either too far gone. They had too much competition in the PlayStation. The PlayStation was just killer.
That was my
Well, the
jam.
Sega Saturn was a bad call. And
Yeah,
the Sega
that
Uranus was even worse.
Oh,
Oh boy, Alex, bring the heat. I love it.
Yeah, if you call that bringing the heat, you would love Jeff Dunham. Okay.
is that your comedy show recommendation of the week? We
I
have a
don't
lot of
know.
recommendations.
No,
We're
I
very-
haven't been
we're very
comedy.
show.
I like that racist one he has. That racist puppet.
Which one?
All of them.
No, it's the old man. Or no, it's the jalapeno on a stick.
No,
pretty
it's
bad.
Oh, no, it's
also
a dead
the
terrorist.
Ahmed.
I was talking about the terrorists.
It is literally
It's
every single
all
one
of
of them. It's like,
No, yeah.
I know. The secret is racism.
And
right?
you know exactly. You know what gets over. You know
But you
what
can-
gets you butts
People
and
will
seats
laugh
at
at it.
comedy
They're like,
clubs.
"It's funny."
I gotta send
Yeah.
you. There's a little like minute and a half long stand up comedy rant where he's just talking about like you can't just say racist things and have it be a character. We know it's you, and he just talks about like something
wrote it.
offensive that I can't mention on this podcast. But
Well, it's like Eminem says
send
in
it
that song. He say, I could say that because I got a puppet on my hand. When he's calling out Triumph, the insult comic dog.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
AKA,
take that, Robert Smigel.
Robert Smigel. Yeah.
Thank you.
Although him at
Oh,
Comic Con was, or no, waiting in line for Star Wars.
Oh, but Robert
Star
Smigel's
Wars. Oh my
hilarious.
gosh.
That was
He's
hysterical.
hilarious.
I am
That's-
New York's official wizard.
I wish one
of these buttons calls your mom
to pick you up.
There's this place I think in Chicago or something, and he went there with Jack McBrayer. But the whole
Yes.
idea
Yeah, the
behind
the
it,
wiener place.
yeah, is that
Yeah,
they
hot
insult the
dog
hell
stand.
out of you when you're ordering, and so they're tearing into
These
Jack McBrayer.
giant
but
black ladies just
Yeah.
But he destroys them right back.
Yeah.
Like just perfectly.
Like,
Lies
oh my
him.
goodness, I'm gonna come back here with someone, and he's not a very nice person either. And he's
Yeah,
just gonna-
Oh God.
Jack McBrayer.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Our puppet recommendation of the week: Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Jack McBrayer.
Ahmed,
sorry.
the Dead Terrorist.
Hey, Mom's a big fan of Ahmed the Dead Terrorist.
Hasn't aged.
okay.
Hey,
today.
okay, we don't have to.
By the way, Mom, not a racist. Gonna throw that out there.
Was the terrorist always dead?
He's Ahmed the Dead Terrorist.
Dead
I think
Terrorist.
he blew himself
Yeah,
up,
that's
right?
his
Is that the
full-time.
Yes.
gimmick?
No, he died of old age. Yeah, he blew himself.
Oh man, don't do that. Oh, it's God.
He had a full life.
He lived a full life. I could not believe I could not believe when he brought that out. And Mom liked him so much, and he was that popular.
Everybody's mom liked him so much, though.
It doesn't make sense. Like
It was incredibly popular for a while. I think he was the highest paid comic in the world for a while there.
he was.
Yeah, a couple of years back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the man, and he still is. I mean, he's able to bank his act for a while.
I mean, as far as like the actual his ability for ventriloquism, yeah, he's really, really good. And
He's
no
the
one's
best working stand-up ventriloquist I know.
touche.
Right?
So, like, he just here are his characters: Sweet Daddy D, who's a pimp, and like just
Also
Jose the
probably a
jalapeno on a
racist
stick.
stereotype.
Yeah, I remember that.
God. And the Dead
Honesty.
Terrorist, and then there's an Ahmed Jr. apparently. Even
Does he
But
he
he's
have a
dead!
he had a
petition?
racistier
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I will send you the video of the guy making fun of him, though. A couple of videos I promised to send you last week I could not find.
I found the heron.
Uh,
I watched that as well.
What'd you
found
think?
the hair.
I also found that.
I just like when
I love it
he
'cause
picks
he-
up the thing, he's like, "Oh dang!" And then he's just like, "Catherine."
He's just he's like, I didn't even know they ate those.
yeah, he's just talking to
It's just very
himself. His wife wants nothing to do with them. Then he starts like documenting. It's July 23rd, 2014.
Which I find that happens
Who
anytime
are you
someone's
talking
filming an animal.
Yeah.
Anytime it's like, oh, there's a deer. It is February 10th, 7:33 a.m.
Like the deer will be there on February 11th too, unless you hit it. But like, it doesn't really matter. The date is not.
I'm about to kill this deer, and I wanted to videotape.
Not like, if this deer is implicated in a murder that's taking place at this exact time and date, know that it is not the deer responsible for that murder.
If you find an antler in that guy's chest, it wasn't from this deer.
It was an elk.
It was that damn moose, Marvin. He had it in for him the whole time.
Been stealing my mail for weeks.
He thought all those copies of Moose Digest were for him. And actually, for people who want to hunt moose, it's kind of ironic. I
I
guess.
ordered those CDs for me.
I'm on Columbia House.
I got exactly.
Speaking of moose,
I got 10 of them for $1. Or not even $1, but like a cent, a penny, right?
or cents, either way.
How did that work?
You can't
One
even have
thing
that. You signed up for like 2 years of whatever. I don't know. I was like
joined a
5. I
book-
didn't care. I just saw the
club.
bright pictures. I saw that
There's a book club like
free
that.
CD.
Chumbawamba
Yeah.
CD, and I had to have it.
Well, because my dad was in one of those too. They just send you CDs every month, and the whole gimmick is it's like if you don't send them back, you have to pay for them, but you don't order them. They just send you like the featured CDs of the month. So
And
they're just counting
who
on
has the
people
time
be
to
lazy.
send them back?
Oh, exactly right. I remember I got 2 Adam Sandler CDs because my dad just was like, "Brr," and just didn't send them back. So I was like,
We're all gonna laugh at you.
And Ian's sense of humor was born. I actually, my 3DS
Died
XL
the next day.
currently,
it did actually.
and it got the Alanis Morissette CD also. But no,
What was that? The Atlanta.
my
what?
three. We said died the next day. I was thinking of Ironic by Alanis
Right.
Morissette. No, my 3DS XL has a broken screen, and I paid to get it fixed by credit card. But they're like, we don't charge a credit card unless you send it in, and we can fix it. So I'm like, okay. And then you fill out this thing, and you got to take it to the UPS or the FedEx, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the next 3DS XLs to come out. First of all, it's $150 to fix the screen. The system itself is $200. They're coming out with a new 3DS.
I don't think I knew you had a 3DS till I was on your Instagram, and there was like a couple of videos about it.
I sent you guys. I sent you a picture of it when I got it in January. In January,
Genius.
Man actually had
Attention
to.
everything you do, Will. I have some.
I sent it to you-
things.
you have a
I
lot of.
played
important
was
things
it Mario
going on.
64, 3DS XL?
Yeah, it was
Whatever
Mario.
that.
It was Mario Kart 7. You played it, man. I put it in your hands for. A
I
couple
I
minutes.
played Super Mario.
How'd
and
you
I
crack it?
made a or was that on your Wii? Which was it?
No, we
This
played
is
we played Mario
fascinating, by the way, I'm
64
sure.
on the Wii, but I got a Wii U now.
How'd you
And I
crack it?
showed you guys a picture of that too.
How'd you crack
You
it?
guys don't remember.
How'd you crack it?
How did I crack it? Oh, you know what? I think it's because I put it in my suitcase and I didn't like protect it enough, and it just kind of rattled
First
around in
mistake.
there.
We get that sweet pencil case for it though.
Look, that lady sold it for $15 at Fan Expo. That lady was great, and I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna
Please
keep
tell
that
me you
pencil
didn't
case.
pay $15 for a pencil case.
It's homemade.
Unbelievable. You're selling me on it. No.
Listen,
Hey, you know
It's
what? Who
homemade.
said last week they were bad with money? The guy who bought a $15 pencil case? Yeah, thanks.
no,
Look, kids don't cost that
it's a
much.
3DS case that doesn't protect your 3DS at all.
No, it
it's a
would
pouch.
protect pencils.
Oh
but-
God! You told me to buy it. Well, you
I
didn't tell me
did
to
well.
buy it.
And pencil
No,
cases
I-
don't
I
even
encouraged
protect
it to-
pencils. They just gather them in one spot for you. A Sobeys
do.
bag serves the same
Yeah,
purpose.
you jump one of those things, your pencil's
Sobeys
gone.
bag. A Sobeys bag gets poked through, Alex. That's the worst place to hold a pencil.
I hold
Can
a
we-
pencil wherever I please, and it's a Sobeys
still
bag,
call
thank
them-
you, because those are
I
at most a nickel, depending on what grocery store you frequent.
I still call them Sobeys bags out here, and everybody looks at me like I'm a crazy person.
Well, you're going to be
Yeah, well, they're
the
plastic
coolest guy
bags.
in
I'm
the
not a
Mars.
crazy person for saying that, because there's no such thing as Sobeys.
Well, Sobeys got bought by
colloquialism.
Sobeys
Colloquial.
bought Safeway,
Oh,
so there's going to be
sure.
Sobeys out here now.
It's gonna be some Sobeys.
Yeah,
Guys, Daryl Hammond gonna be
Yeah,
kind of
the
back
new,
with us
the
in
new
LA
Don
season.
Pardo.
Well, he used to. Did you hear he used to do that when Don Pardo was sick? He would just do a Don Pardo impression, and no one ever.
Well, then
noticed
that
it.
was my
Really?
question: is he going to do the same thing, or is he going to do his own thing?
I hope he does. I hope he does the impression still.
nah, I think Daryl should probably just do his own voice.
And you've met him.
Or do a different impression every week. Actually, they could do that too.
Did you see
Do a different impression every week.
if
Bill
Hader's
Clinton.
gonna host, eh?
Bill Hader, yeah, October 11th. We were talking about hosts on this very show, and we thought it would be a bill, not the bill we thought, not the bill we deserved. Oh, wait,
Well, apparently
what's
at
that
one
bill?
point
I
they
always
announced-
screw that line
Not
up.
Bill
It's not
Rice.
the bill we wanted, but the bill we deserved.
Because it's a poorly written line.
But it's the line everybody remembers.
Yeah, I know.
Don't call Christopher Nolan's dialogue
Whoa.
horribly written.
Hey, man,
He's a-
you
it's
on
like
the
a
show,
tank.
Alex, you said The Dark Knight Rises leaves a lot to be desired.
Oh, I mean it. His dialogue and not just dialogue, but just I don't know, character outbursts. Character outbursts.
All right.
has an
I don't know if you can
outburst.
finish. I don't know if you're allowed to finish that thought anymore.
I
Alex.
don't. Well, I call myself out on it, and therefore
Character
it's okay.
outbursts.
Character
He did call himself
outbursts.
out on it. It's okay.
Like voice cracks, where you just make the same noise over again, and then everything's okay.
And it's all good.
Well, but you're saying
I've
that
been
the
doing it since I
outbursts,
was 13.
Alex?
Well, just like when the guy's like, "Things are worse than ever," or
Oh, yeah.
when they
That-
get forced into the tunnel.
No more dick cuts. Yeah.
What's the
Hey,
guy
but they-
say when they're getting forced into the tunnel? He's like, "We're gonna be like sitting ducks or
sit
like
ducks down there
turkeys
or
on
something like that."
Thanksgiving or something like horrific."
Yeah,
You know who that
awful.
is too? That's Nicky Cat. He's like,
Oh, isn't he the guy who's like, hope you got some moves, pal?
yeah,
What's
is
that,
not
bazooka?
good. This is not good. And I remember McIntyre. I was watching that with Matt McIntyre, and he was like, "That guy's awful." And I went, "That's Nicky Cat." And he went, "No, it's not, man. No, it's not." And we watched it 2 or 3 times. Then he finally went, that is Nicky Cat."
It's like all the auxiliary characters in those movies don't act so good, except for Zeus on the ferry. He's like, you
Oh, I love that.
gotta take a life.
Give it to me.
Oh my god! What?
And that's a movie where Heath Ledger gives an
I like
Oscar-winning
he
performance.
still. Is that not his wrestling
Who's
name?
Heath Ledger in that movie?
Don't do that.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I think he was
Is
that
that
guy
not his
who was
wrestling
like,
name, though?
It's like Christmas.
Zeus.
Yeah, it was. I think.
Tiny
Well,
Lister.
Zeus-
Tiny Lister.
Tiny Lister is his real name, and he was in Friday, but he never wrestled. He was wasn't he just Zeus for No Holds Barred?
No, he was in. No, he was in. He did like a War Games or something.
Tommy.
Was he a Razzler
Tommy
for a while,
Lister.
right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anybody really can be
I love that he was the president of Earth
in
the
Fifth Element. Yeah, he was president of Earth.
Of Earth.
Thanks, Luc
Which was,
Besson.
a missed opportunity in Idiocracy. But Terry Crews did a bang-up job.
I've been trying to see that movie. I can't.
I
Is
just
it on the
voted for you,
Flicks?
Terry Crews plays.
No,
the-
I think you can rent it on like
Redbox.
no, just like the PlayStation Network. I think you can.
It
Rent it.
is not bad.
can I make a movie recommendation?
Hey, it's the recommendation
we'll
podcast
say
this week. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Not sure what this podcast is, but we'll find out later.
We're digging. We're finding it. I want to recommend Coherence.
Yeah,
Coherence. It is a low-key sci-fi drama. I won't say too much, but it involves a dinner party and a passing comet. It was something that I was like, oh, this might be okay. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, I want to watch this again immediately. This is great.
I love
You
that.
sell a
Wow.
movie
Really
based on a
There's not a lot of movies
naturalistic
you can say that about.
No, but I'm like 3/4 of the way through the movie. I was like, I almost want to start over right now and just have a fresh view on it. But really naturalistic style of acting. I really liked it a lot. You'll see yourself and your friend in some of the characters. I really enjoyed it.
Where would we
good.
find that one?
On the iTunes, I think would have it.
I'm not buying
So I
that.
recommend
Itchy
We'll rent it. We'll rent it.
I went to
Give
buy a
it nice
movie on
HG or
iTunes and it was
Steam.
$10. Then I went to the actual movie site and it was $5. So I just bought it there.
There you go. That's the way to do it. So
But
Coherence,
it's-
check it out.
It's a stream, so anyway.
There's a guy who was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer who plays an actor who was on the TV show Roswell in the movie. So it's a little bit of a trip that way.
Okay, well, you lost me
An
already.
actor playing another actor. I know. Well,
Speaking of
Acting without
Itunies,
acting.
have you guys? How about that new iPhone 6? Huh? Everybody's got that in their hands. I'm playing with mine right now. I got the iPhone 6 Plus.
I wish, man. I wish I had the 6.
The other week, there's a lineup outside the Apple Store here, downtown Vancouver, the Pacific Center. Tents, chairs
It's a
on Granville
phone.
Street. It's a freaking phone.
Can
It's
I
a
ask
phone
a stupid
that-
question?
Yeah.
What else would you ask?
Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's
it'll be
out.
out by the
It's
time
out
the podcast
right
is
now as
over.
we speak.
Yeah, it
As you're-
came out on Friday,
I
September
didn't know
the
when it
19th.
came out, so
By the way, happy belated birthday to our Grammy. Grammy, we love you. We know we listen to the show, according to our cousin Scott.
no, she doesn't listen to the show. He played her 10 seconds once, is what happened.
Listened to the show is what it is.
Listens.
Look, she's got her iPhone 6. She's got the App Store. She's got the podcast app. She is on it. She's in her chair, knitting,
She's
listening
got
to us.
Triple Threat
I would
Podcast
pay
and
money.
Talk is Jericho.
Talk is Jericho, yeah.
I would pay money to see you try to explain what an iPhone 6 is to her, Will.
It's
Tell her
Grammy.
what a cellular telephone is, and let's start there.
It's like a
Well,
small
she's not
computer.
that
A computer
stupid.
is... She's not stupid.
not stupid
She's
at all.
an older
Stupid
person.
is not the right word. Just not
stupid
in
is,
touch
stupid
with
does.
the times.
I'm sure other people's grandmothers are. It's kind of weird. Sometimes I see online like, oh, look at this funny like text conversation I had with my grandmother, and I'm like, you can do that? Is that a thing that happens to people?
Look, Grammy's a nice
What are you doing
country
texting
girl.
your grandmother?
She's a nice country girl. She doesn't have want for cell phones or
You don't need it.
internet.
If,
No, you don't need
if
it.
you don't grow up with it and you don't like spend your whole life relying on it, then I don't think you really.
Keep in
No,
mind, there are some
absolutely.
grandmothers who are 40, so that doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
There's some grandmothers
Like the
who are
fourth-
like
that show,
37.
LeBron James.
Okay, how
His
young are we
mother.
getting here, Alex? 36, maybe. Maybe there's a grandmother.
Well,
that's
I just wanna
36.
know why Matt
You want to top
just
that?
said
Want to say
LeBron
35?
James.
That's a little
Like
hard to believe.
LeBron James's mother is a grandmother that's not that old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look her up.
No.
Look,
I'm not
look her
looking
up.
up LeBron James's mother. I
you
got
already
more
know.
things to do with my time, like
Quarter podcast.
set my fantasy football lineup.
His Wikipedia page has too many hits already.
Yeah.
He's getting way too much traffic off of that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Sorry,
wraps
dead air
up
there
this
for a
week,
second.
guys.
I had to agree with something.
Agreed.
Correct. Indubitably. Oh man.
Just
You
reading
guys
a
listen to
thesaurus.
music or what? What's up with that?
Yeah, recently I've listened to, what I've been listening to.
I went to
What
a
have you
concert
guys
last
been
weekend. A
listening
lot
to?
of fun.
Oh, what was your concert? I
Weekend
saw
before
that.
last.
Tweet a photo of that hat, by the way. What concert
Which
was
mom
that?
favorited?
Should not favorite that.
Go look at it right now and tell me Wham Mom at Wham Mom. Give her a follow. She'll retweet me every 6 months and tell me. She's Do you know why she favorited it?
Why?
it? Because apparently I look like Alan Hocko from the Alan Hocko Show.
Republic of Doom.
Yes, that's it. Is it not called the
Alex-
Alan Hocko Show?
Your Twitter banner is fantastic, by the way.
Oh, the Eli Manning face? Yeah, that's never going anywhere, especially with the way their season is going. It's fantastic.
It's their season. They're in week
So-
3, and they're 1-2 right now.
I've told. Wow. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Really? No,
Let
but
me
I told the story a couple
Let me
times.
double
but
check
here's-
that.
Here's what happened
Let's go to the tape.
with the hat.
Oh no, they're 0-3. Yeah, sorry.
You got a physical printout.
Oh, it's for my work pool. Which, by the way, I won in week 2. I won my work
Week 4
NFL pool.
They
I'm
still can't spell the name Chiefs right, which is annoying, but that's fine.
I'm the smartest man alive. Smartest man alive.
Yeah.
Chafes.
I'm a smart feller and a fart smeller.
No? Okay.
Did Mom favor this?
Yes.
Oh,
Can I
well,
tell
she
the
did.
story about the hat?
Yes. Oh, I have
Why am
to.
asking
Sorry,
permission? You're not
Ian.
listening to me anyway.
I'm not entirely sure what the hat signifies here.
Look like Alan Hawko.
So the band I saw is
from
Buffalo.
From
It's not a real sports team.
I assume.
You assume that's not a
Yeah.
real sports team? Anyway, here's what happened. We were at the concerts, and we were looking at T-shirts. And I was like, oh, I kind of want one, because one had, like, King Kong on it, and it said, every time I die in the background. And the concert was a lot of fun. First time I've been to, like, a real, I don't know.
that's a metal show.
It's a metalcore. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
I will go to every metal show ever now. It was awesome.
They're the most fun.
But we're standing, and I
Horns
was
up.
going to recommend them to you, Will and Ian, and then I was like, oh, they're doing a cross-Canada tour. They're doing, like, 20 shows, and they're not going to Vancouver for whatever reason, so.
That does happen.
Pretty sure Bromley's a huge fan of those guys too.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he was at the concert. Yeah, it was me, him, and Habby.
Oh, Booyah
Yeah,
show.
we were hanging out
Very
at
cool.
Bromley's place beforehand. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, so here's what happened at the concert is we were standing there waiting for the band to come on, and Mark's like, hey, man, you got $20 I can borrow? I was like, yeah, man, here you go. And he walks away, and he comes back, like, I don't know, 2 minutes later and just puts the hat on my head. He's like, here, man, I got this for you. I was like, what? With what? He's like, with the $20 I gave you? He's like, yeah. I was like, then you didn't get it for me. I bought it for myself, and I didn't want it.
I bought a hat I didn't want. Thanks, jerk.
But then I was just like, I'm going to wear this forever. So I kept it.
There you go.
He's like, I'll take
Nice.
it. I was like, no, that's quite all right.
By the way, the Alan Hawko show Alex mentioned earlier was Republic of Doyle.
Yeah,
Which I
Matt
said
corrected.
after he said that.
And I knew it was. It was.
Oh wait, I wasn't listening to Matt because I was looking up the photo to show Ian.
The
I'm
Alan
sorry
Hawko show
for
is
craps
a
and
CBC
laughs that I
variety
called
show.
it that.
For poops and giggles,
No, craps and laughs.
jokes and japes.
Craps
Yeah,
and
if you want to get
craps and
Shakespearean
laughs.
with it. Craps and laughs. It's craps and laughs.
It's crepes and something. Yeah, random stuff to reference there. Anyway, the concert was a lot of fun. I would recommend them to you guys if you were.
All right, concert
Very
recommendation of the week.
very
Every time I
able to.
die, check them out. And a town near you, unless you live in Vancouver, BC. The other person not coming to Vancouver, BC, but doing media here is Mr. Foley, Mrs. Foley's baby's boy,
you gonna see
Mankind. He was okay. So he did media here for his show last week. He did media. Well, wasn't here. Sorry, he did media here on like breakfast television and like radio also. And then he went off to Maple Ridge and Kamloops and Prince George and all the way through the BC interior, but no show out here in Vancouver.
They're not the hub city, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, the tightest population assembly he could find.
What was weird about the
doesn't
whole
like
thing
us.
when he announced the tour, he's like, I'm doing 19 shows in Canada. I was like, okay. He's like, Alberta and BC. I was like, where are you going 19 places? In Alberta and BC, you're going just every spot.
Yeah,
I thought that
yeah,
to be odd. No, I mean, if you live where I live, which is Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, nothing ever
Hey,
comes
Alex,
here.
I live there. I live there.
I know, but nothing ever comes
we
here.
established that in the open of the
That's
show.
true. That is true.
You know who you're doing better though? Riviere de Loup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's true.
They get very
and I
few
often
Akon
berate them
concerts.
on the fact that we're doing better than they are.
Well, Halifax got the Davis Cup.
Yeah,
Which
the
is
turnout was
interesting.
terrible.
Really?
Yeah,
This
people
is
were
why-
tweeting
this is why we
pictures,
can't
and I
have
was like,
nice things.
you were sitting camera side, right? And they're like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Just no one was there. They're like, yeah, all right.
That's bad.
If Jeannie was there, I would have done better, but Jeannie wasn't there.
What would be a bunch of
Plus, they
men
played
just
at like 2 o'clock on, she has other
Friday,
fans other than men. She's an inspiration to everybody, but she cute.
okay. She cute
though. But yeah, they played at like 2 p.m. on a Friday. So what do you want me to do about it? I got bills.
Sure, yeah. You could keep sending
No, I
those
don't
gimmicks
climb
in the mail
trees,
called
man. I
bills.
got bills.
See, okay.
It seems like the only sort of shows that can really pull a big audience out there seem to be like, you know, Sting or the Stones and like just these
Bon Jovi, he did the Hill.
yeah,
one
that
time.
kind of thing. You know,
He did
it's tough.
Magnetic Hill.
It-
Yeah.
but they just want a big attraction. It's hard to have like.
Yeah, but I mean, even like there's been some brutal like losses. Like Paul McCartney lost money because he gave him so much money up front, and the Black Eyed Peas was just horrific. Like they sold like I think 8,000 tickets and had like a 30,000 guarantee.
Whoa,
Like it was brutal.
that's like 25%, like less than 25%, or just over 25% of your tickets.
Yeah.
It's just a very out of touch type of booking, though, where it's like the person who's booking these acts isn't really.
This is the
tuned
biggest
into
band in the world.
What the audience is, right? Like if you could put the Arcade Fire up there and sell 8,000 tickets, you don't have to get the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, and you also don't need to put it on the hill. You can just put it in the Metro Center and have an actually good show.
My big piece of indie music cred is when I saw Arcade Fire at the Marquee like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's where the Every
That's
Time I Die
pretty good.
concert was. That was actually the first time I went to the Marquee.
Oh, really?
Oh, I saw a lot of shows at the Marquee. I saw the Trues there, Jill Plaskett, Sam Roberts. List
Yeah,
goes on.
I saw. Yeah, that was the first time I saw
I
it.
saw Every Time I Die. Yeah.
I remember I
it
was
was
working
good.
at
It was so good.
Dartmouth Crossing when Rihanna played there, but I wasn't there that weekend because I was in Prince Edward Island with, I think, you, Alex, seeing Aerosmith.
Were you at the Aerosmith concert?
I was at that concert, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
made it sound like we were
Section
there
D, Road
together,
29.
but
No, we didn't go at the
well,
same
it was a
night.
muddy horse track when it was pouring rain, so there were no sections, just
We
a lot of
destroyed that
disgusting
horse track,
shoes.
eh?
Yeah,
They had to resurface that whole track. It cost them millions to resurface
I actually
that.
really
Really?
liked that concert though.
Oh, it
that was a lot
awesome.
of fun.
That was awesome.
Cheap Trick
sounded like it'd be
was a little full of themselves, but Aerosmith was so good.
Cheap Trick. And the lead singer died 2 weeks later.
Did he?
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Good
And I'm
for
pretty
him.
sure it was like a week or two later that Steven Tyler famously fell off stage.
Yeah.
That was like very shortly after that concert.
Got bumped over by Joe Perry.
I remember
concert was
Cheap
amazing,
Trick
though.
was like the opening. There's like 10 opening acts. It was one of those like all day concerts. It was like UB40 or I don't know if that's a band, but whatever.
It
they're
was
called.
awesome. It was
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
then,
like when Metallica
Cheap
did
Trick
the-
was just like, oh, we'll do an encore. It's like you're the opening band. You can't
Yeah.
do the encore at all.
Please don't.
Yeah,
And they
it's
did
like,
it anyway.
here's a
The
couple
one guy's
songs.
gimmick was he just had like different guitars, and you're just like, all right, I think we're done here, sir.
He's got like the 4-neck guitar, doesn't he? That's one of his gimmicks.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. They were terrible.
Well,
Although they played Surrender, which I really like that song.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, they got like 2 good songs.
Yeah, that one and like theme from that
That's
70s
show.
And theme from Drew Carey show, unless that's
No, Cleveland Rocks is done by the Presidents of the United States of America.
is it really? I just
Yes, it
assumed
is.
all
Yeah.
crappy theme
It's
songs.
a
were
cover,
done
though.
by-
It's a cover.
I had a debate the other day of whether or not Boy Meets World has their theme song has lyrics.
Riding down this road that we call life.
Yes,
that didn't kick
that
in
didn't
till,
come
like, the
in
fifth
till like
season
the
or something.
5th or 6th season, though. So the first
There you
like
go.
4 or 5 seasons, it was just music.
I actually kind of want to watch an episode of Girl Meets World.
I think
don't have
we
Disney
all
XD.
know what the best theme song of all time is, though.
Yes.
Fresh Prince.
1, 2, 3.
No, it's actually Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
It's the only lyric.
Matt, actually, speaking of Matt McIntyre, we brought him up earlier. He can play that on guitar.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
He was at the
that
Every Time
one
I
of the
Die
party
concert.
tricks. What? The Home Improvement concert?
No, Matt McIntyre was at the Every Time I Die concert, and I looked on stage, and he was just standing there without a shirt on, and then he jumped in the crowd.
That's what. Hey, Alex, if you want
I
to
would
fit in,
hate to be
that's
part of
what you
that
gotta do.
band, man. Every time you're up on stage, people are grabbing you and just jumping into the crowd, and it just seems like a terrible thing to do.
Excuse me, trying to concentrate up here.
They said it was a lot of fun, so.
The incredibly miffed bouncers are my favorite part about people. Who are just like, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Incredibly miffed bouncers.
Sir, how do you describe your
What the
your
hell's
mood
going
right now
on
at the
here?
show?
Well, I've been standing in front of a speaker for 3.5 hours catching drunk idiots, so I'm doing great. That's what I've been doing.
Well, one of my buddies I went to school with, Russ, his claim to fame is that he's on the Slayer DVD that they shot here. I believe they recorded at the Commodore, and he's security just standing just off stage.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's like, you can see me in some of the Slayer shots. Okay, cool, man.
That'd be a rowdy show for the Commodore. Ugh.
Slayer would be awesome. I saw Slayer and Megadeth at Rogers Arena on the floor. That was a good time. But they don't really do arenas anymore. They should do theaters. Who else?
I'm not a huge arena fan, honestly, of concerts. I much prefer the theater show.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I mean, I'll take an arena because, like, the big concerts that come to Halifax are the outdoor concerts, and you're like, If I got to get anywhere close to the stage, I got to be there 6 hours before the main act comes on, and you're
Just stand around with your thumb up your tuchus all day.
Everyone stinks. It's
And the
terrible.
sound- And the sound is bad.
It
outside,
just
too.
it totally gets lost. It's not the Metallica sound wasn't too bad. It's actually not so bad when they do it up against the hill because the hill bounces back
Yeah.
sound a little bit.
The
Just like it did in the
concert
Halifax
was
explosion.
good.
They blew up Dartmouth twice.
Actually, before the concert we were at, we were watching old stuff from one Metallica concert. I want to say in France, but it was like almost like a Coliseum, and it was just
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
called
music they walk out to. It's the greatest. It's the greatest.
Oh, they come out to Ecstasy of Gold from
yeah,
Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Oh, their
So
walkout is
legendary.
amazing. You should check out the Metallica movie. The story in it doesn't make any sense, but the Metallica movie's pretty awesome. It's
Yeah, and
so
got, what's
so
his
well
name
shot.
in it? Dane Duncan.
Dane DeHaan,
Dane DeHaan. That's it.
Green Goblin, and Spider-Man.
He's
Spider-Man 2.
also from
Chronicle was his.
Chronicle.
was his thing,
That
yeah.
was it. I had the
That
first
was-
7 letters, and I couldn't remember the other 2.
Chronic Gracious.
Chronic Osity.
No, that kid's a
Bill.
heck of an actor. He's a good kid.
He's all right.
He's all right.
He's in Kill Your Darlings with
Are you on his
Daniel
IMDb
Radcliffe.
page right now?
the Allen Ginsberg movie. No, once I wrote essay on Allen Ginsberg and his poem Howl, which is a big part of the Beat movement in the 1950s. So it's just his name always sticks out to me. So anything about Allen Ginsberg, I usually have a bit more of interest in.
They did the Franco movie called Howl,
Yes,
right?
yeah, called Ginsberg.
I thought it wasn't called Howl.
Oh yeah, it was. He played Ginsberg.
Oh yeah.
You're smarter than me. Sorry.
No. We just got facts. Christy Krause there.
Well, you got
Christy
your
Krause.
facts right, and I didn't. But yeah, absolutely.
He accepts your apology.
That was.
That was in I was playing a game of Cranium. It's like, which poet from the 1950s? And I was like, wrote this line. I was like, oh, that's Ginsberg. The only chance I have of getting that right. Anyway, check out Howl by Allen Ginsberg.
All right, that's our
coming
poem of the
to,
week recommendation.
Google
Allen
search,
Ginsberg's
near you.
coming to a Google search. coming
Punch
to
it
an
into an internet near you.
coming to an iPhone 6 Plus near you.
That allowed me, the iPhone 6 Plus allowed me to make fun of my friend who's a Manchester United fan. So it was a lot of fun.
How so?
Oh, I saw that.
Well, I posted on his wall, and it was a thing. Manchester United didn't have a good start to the season. They were 1-2, so 2 losses and a tie. Oh, sorry, 2 ties and a loss. And it was the standings for the British Premier League. So if you have an iPhone 4S, it shows you the top 7, and if you have an iPhone 6, it shows you the top 11, and you need the iPhone 6 Plus to get all the way to the 14th standing, and that's where Manchester United was. But sorry, buddy. I guess you need the 6 Plus just to keep track of your team. And he wasn't happy about
pretty
that,
great.
but there's just so much hype, and not so much hype, but hype on them going into the first the season, and it didn't come into fruition.
So,
So
new
far,
jerseys,
anyway.
maybe the new kits are working for him so well.
I told you. Did I ever mention on this podcast how much money they made off of their kits and their jersey deal?
Their kits,
It's a lot, right?
Most logos on kits, on soccer kits, don't have colors, right? Like
Yeah,
they don't,
it
this is like a
depends.
really big, colorful thing. I'm going to show Ian right now. This is a
No,
big, colorful
hey, no. Before
monstrosity
you show
they have.
Ian, anyone guess what the jersey is other than Will? What the sponsor is for Manchester United?
I already know.
Okay, you know it. Ian,
Is
any
it,
thoughts?
is it Carlsberg?
No, that's
Maybe.
they actually used to be the sponsor for a little team called Liverpool, and now they're the sponsor for the entire BPL. So it actually is Chevy,
Yeah,
the American car company,
Really?
yeah.
and they paid $650 million to be their sponsor for 10 years.
Because
Yeah.
Chevy
It's a
wants
little
to
bit
sell
like-
cars in England, I guess.
And then in the same offseason, Adidas signed a $750 million sponsorship to create the kits or the soccer jerseys. So they made $1.4 billion off of just those 2
That's
deals.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too shabby.
Just change your shirt.
Yeah. I will say, though, the Adidas contract is kind of written like an NFL contract, so you can max out at $750 million, but you have to hit a number of
Like merchandise sales or something?
Yeah, merchandise sale. No, they have to be like, okay, if you make the top 4, which puts you in the Premier League, like you get this much money, and you have to win the league like this time, and all sorts of things. So
That's not a bad idea, really.
no, because it gets you more notoriety, right? I mean, the more you're on TV, the more you make. Because the Champions League is completely separate from the Premier League. You pay 38 games in the Premier League, and then if you make the Champions League, you get more exposure, and then therefore your brand is exposed more and things like that. So
Yeah. I'm looking at this jersey, though, and all I can think of is NASCAR.
oh, it's so
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, totally.
It's so terrible. Like if I was a fan of Man United, I would have been embarrassed for their the last 8 years. They're really not good.
I mean, it's a problem I have with soccer kits anyway. Although the only soccer kit I ever bought was a
Arsenal
jersey that
the
says
Sega logo.
Sega on the front
Awesome.
because I got it for Sega.
I remember
And,
my brother used to have
Respect.
the old Man U jersey from 96.
really.
Vodafone?
Yeah. Eric had one.
Who
Was it
on
Vodafone?
Was it Vodafone the sponsor, or that might have been before Vodafone? Actually,
I don't even remember. It was
I
when we
can
were in
look it
Wales,
up.
so it was 96, 97, something like that.
What is Standard Chartered anyway? It's a bank, right, Alex?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, this is the guy's sponsor.
The Manchester sponsor in 1996 was Sharp.
Sharp.
Sharp. And you know what? The jerseys look pretty sharp for 1996.
I remember thinking they were pretty cool looking.
Oh, speaking
I
of ads
just
on
remember,
team jerseys,
if you go back and see anything like the 90s, you're just like, man, those jerseys are so baggy. And now they're sprayed on. That's how tight they are, especially in the World Cup.
apparently the NHL is toying with the possibility of putting ads on jerseys. So that's fun.
Oh, really?
They just rejected it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they were saying, well, we consider it, and then they rejected it.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't
For now, I
read
don't know.
old
I mean,
news stories from last week.
Practice jerseys still have them on there. I think the Red Wings have Amway, and a couple teams have Subway, at least. I know that.
Subway.
Eat fresh. Prepared fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Good news, guys. We took that poison out of the bread, so keep eating.
Not
think one of my
poison,
favorite-
It's just stuff that makes yoga mats more rubbery.
I think
There's a big difference, you guys.
I think
Well,
one
the
of my
whole
favorite.
issue with that ingredient was they're like, it's banned in the UK, and you have 60 billion restaurants over there. Why can't you just not put it in the bread here? And they're just like,
I just loved that ad that came out that was clearly a response to that whole outrage because they were like, we've taken some things out of our bread, like corn syrup, white flour, and
whatever that
antiproximally,
rubber
blah, 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 blah,
crap
blah.
was.
And it's just like this huge, very
onomatopoeia.
specific thing. Like, okay.
Look, as a former Subway employee, I can tell you that the bread is absolutely safe to eat.
Were you working there when they got robbed?
No.
No.
Thank God. If I worked one more day, I probably would have because I worked until about 3 in the morning.
you didn't work there long, though, did
Twice
you?
in 2 weeks.
I worked for 3 weeks, and then they wouldn't give me. And then your manager Alex wouldn't give me the day off for Snow
I
Jam.
don't possess him. He was just
So-
happened to be in charge of the two of us at separate times. Leave
I want
Jeff out of
tickets to
this.
Snow
Leave
Jam
Jeff
to
out of
see
this.
Treble Charger and Sloan and Gob on Citadel Hill.
Wasn't OLP there? Wasn't it their last concert?
I don't know. No OLP. Yeah, OLP was NOA, but
Did you say their last concert?
NOA.
Yeah, they're still going.
Not.
Yeah.
What does NOA stand for? What did I just say? Anyway,
I don't know.
OLP
All I
was
remember
MIA.
was that when
MIA.
Code Red was big?
Yeah.
No, we were too young for that then.
I won Snow Jam tickets on the top of a Pepsi at Auburn Drive High School, and I took it to the cafeteria and like, it's a ticket. And I had to work at Subway that night, but I managed to switch my shift with somebody. And they're like, all right, so what you got to do though, because you switched your shift, is you have to leave $20 in an envelope under the till. Okay, this is like part of the deal. I was like,
Why?
Okay, sure. Also, I'm not going to work here anymore. So I worked my last shift.
Wait, was that them saying you have to pay somebody off if they switch shifts with you?
Yeah. I looked for an envelope.
Yeah, are you serious?
Looked for an envelope, couldn't find one, and I left. Because I was
Good.
done. Like, why am I going to
That
pay
is
anyone?
garbage.
And then I worked at Rogers, and then Jeff worked at Blockbuster, and Alex and Jeff are close to this day.
I'm gonna go back in time and just.
He
slap
was
somebody
a
about
manager
that.
at Best Buy, if he's not still.
That's wow. So he's a living example of that SNL sketch. Sketch?
Sketch.
Yeah, it's Skitch. That's right.
It's a sketch. He's a living example of that SNL sketch where it's like, oh, guys, I just work at Blockbuster or Best Buy now. It is.
Oh,
it's
my
the same color and
God.
everything.
He is a living example of that very specific sketch. Same colored shirt, same colored pants, just a different low. Oh my god!
He's just got to drive you. To a
Oh
different
my
spot.
god!
What sketch is this? Sorry, I just.
Man,
wanna
you ever
make
see
sure.
when they're all working at Blockbuster? It was recent. It was like Taron Killam, Bobby Moynihan.
It was the
and,
Lady Gaga episode.
Yeah, the Lady Gaga
It
episode.
was just replayed a couple weeks ago.
When
Yeah.
they go to the...
So they're working at Blockbuster, but it's shut down. So then they're just like walking around. They don't know what to do with themselves, and they see a guy who works at Best Buy. He's like, "Just come over here," and they're like, "Oh, of course!" And they just like change their shirt, which is it's still the same color, yellow and everything, or
Okay,
blue.
yes.
Sorry, blue.
Outside of a film studio that I frequent up here, because I'm so busy. There's a Blockbuster
Yeah, I got a lot of
that
stuff going
got
on in my life.
I remember that. I know
turned
that
into a Toys R Us Express.
Yeah.
So they fixed the front, but on the back,
What
it's
makes
this-
it quicker than regular Toys R Us?
It's just
Smaller.
Express.
It's
Just
smaller,
it's
yeah.
smaller.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It means you has less stuff. So if you're in
Why
a
would they
hurry
call it
and
like
you want to get
Toys
something,
R Us, like
and it's
little
not in there.
little tykes or something? Like at least keep the,
It's
something.
called some Toys R Us. We got
Yeah, why
some.
Express?
We got a bunch.
toy.
Because
Is
not a
Express suggests it ain't
Licenza.
better than
It's not a
Toy.
La Senza.
We has toy.
It's not a La Senza.
La Senza Express. When you only want one cup. But on the back of this block,
That would actually suit me quite well.
size extra small.
Oh, come on, man.
This
we're
Toys
brothers.
R Us, this Blockbuster turned Toys R Us still has a mural on the back of like this family
I'm bummed out
presumably
about
looking
that
at
extra
their
small
screen,
thing.
being like,
Bummed me out a lot.
Ah, yeah, the entertainment and magic of movies.
"Oh, thank God for Netflix. We don't have to get out of the house, put our stupid kids in the car, which we hate,
We don't have to rewind this.
and then we don't have to walk by popcorn, who they're going to beg us for. We don't get microwave popcorn. We have a big." Clear plastic bag that we got at the bulk barn.
Oh,
of
just so
kernels
annoying
that
as
we
a
do on the
child.
stove.
I was the most annoying child, and
Oh, kids
therefore
are
I'll
terrible.
never have children. Like
Our
honestly,
life decision recommendation of the week: don't have kids.
do you remember?
Hey,
Jumbo
I do
Video?
not co-sign on that one.
well, my
Jumbo
parent,
Video, yeah.
I used to hear, "I hope you have a child just like you," and now I don't want that at all. So I'm just not
Yeah.
going to do it.
I think that's the message.
What do we have? There was Jumbo Video. There was Hollywood Video.
I like
Yeah.
Venus Video.
Venus Video, who had a signed picture of Hillbilly Jim.
I don't remember that, but
amazing.
okay.
They did have a signed picture.
Your mind works in mysterious ways.
My mind works, sir. It works for
End
me.
of sentence.
End of podcast. You can find me on Twitter at WilliamC1. Actually, no. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at WilliamC1.
Are we done?
That's good.
That's wow. This is a most abrupt ending.
Very
Yeah,
abrupt.
Yeah, let's look at the time. It's about time to wrap this whole shenanigan up.
Is it? Okay,
See,
'cause
what I'm going to
apparently-
do is, guys,
Look, he's
I'm going to
upset.
sneak in Steve Austinisms and not do the accent. And you will have no idea. Ain't nothing but a
Never
chicken wing on a shoestring.
Okay, well now we know. I'm assuming everything
Will-
you say is
Will, we
not
wanna
of
have an
your
intervention real quick?
design. We didn't even make it
Intervention?
to an hour. We're at like 55 minutes. Where
Hey,
are you gonna be?
sometimes-
Do you have somewhere to be?
There's some more gas in the tank of this conversation.
No, he already
See, but
he
now,
ended it.
no, this is called psychology, guys. See, what I did was I introduced the concept of stopping.
Bill, you have 1 year of university, so don't
it
be
makes-
acting like you.
Dude, I don't even have that. They put me on academic dismissal. To this day. Academic dismissal for
All
100
right.
years.
You-
Me and my children.
You learned me
Perpetuity.
about
And my
the
children's
old-
children.
the
Any
old
wife who marries me
such and
must
such.
rescind her her diploma.
So you're like the troll curse from Ernest Scared Stupid.
The
I've been
greatest
called
of
that
all
a lot,
Ernest
sir.
movies.
All right, now.
I think it's
See,
the
what I
second
did-
mention of Ernest Scared Stupid on this podcast. Not today, but in general.
It should be mentioned.
Yeah, and it should be mentioned
Every
every
episode.
podcast. Eartha
every
Kitt's
week
in it.
we-
I mean,
we
why
have our
wouldn't it be?
Ernest P. Worrell recommendation of the week. It's Ernest Scared Stupid.
Well, we're
And
coming
it
up
will
on,
never ever change.
We are coming up on Ian. You're right. We are coming up on October. So watch
Scary movie.
a scary movie every night. I guess we could have a scary movie recommendation of the week.
Oh man.
What's let's start. What's a good one?
Upcoming, I'm looking forward to seeing Annabelle.
Annabelle's probably
Not
the
going to
one.
see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Not going to.
I got to tell you, all these horror trailers look the same. It's just like,
they do.
what's this? Oh, it's a.
They
it's,
do.
what was that sound?
That being said, the big one that I'm still trying to get you to watch is Exorcist. I've still got to get you to see Exorcist.
No, you can't call me out in the air, dude. I've seen Exorcist 100 times, Ian. What are you talking about? I'm watching it right now. This movie's not scary.
This is hilarious.
It's fantastic.
Are you watching The Exorcist whilst podcasting?
Maybe.
It's not cool, bro.
I got it on mute.
It's not cool.
I got a good feeling about Max von Sydow. I think this is going to really work out very well.
We should have a podcast where we all just like live commentate it together.
Absolutely. Yes. The watching of The Exorcist.
Actually, it's a family podcast.
I watch
we
horror
should do
movies, but they have a lasting impression on me.
They're
That's why I
scurry.
like- That's why I like them. Though.
No, they're enjoyable though. They make you feel things.
The good ones.
No, but you know, some people are like, "I like scary movies," but they don't scare them. I'm just like, yeah, they scare the ass out of me. So, like, literally,
Yeah. Where does it go?
I hurl butts every time I
You
see it.
hurl butts. Oh, butts. Yeah, Annabelle should be a good one. But like, yeah, all these horror movies look like the
Most of them now.
they all look like the Wyatt family Sting. You know, it's like
It's becoming kind of frustrating that every single horror movie that comes out is like from the producers of
Insidious
and
and
Saw.
Saw and Sinister.
Yeah, and you're like, okay,
No, but
well, those
so
are-
let's talk about horror movies for a second. Even though we'll end this podcast 16 minutes.
Yeah, this podcast is over. No one's listening now. We're just talking
No,
amongst
but I
ourselves.
really resent a couple movies I've seen. I think like The Crazies was one of them, which had
Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant in it, and a couple other ones where the scare is a noise that could not possibly ever appear on
Oh,
screen.
you mean when a
So it's just
person
like, what do you
shows
mean?
up and it goes,
Yes. Oh, it drives me insane. One movie that's actually really bad for that I resented for it was, believe it or not, Black Swan. Had a ton of jump
Yeah.
scares that were not in any way related to what was happening on screen, and it drove me bananas.
That
Like, I don't
bothers
mind
me.
it if it's authentic, but I really come to be like, but that's not what the character or anything's happening on screen. You're just trying to scare me.
You know,
And it's stupid. Like the cat
it's-
scare, at least the cat jumps out and meows randomly, which cats never do. But you know,
They
I
really
don't know.
don't.
it's funny.
Like
you
they
should
don't
be a cat
jump in
because-
front of you and go wow. They would just jump in front of you.
But the very, very first time a jump scare was ever used in a horror movie was in a movie called Cat People.
Nerd.
I think
Nerd alert.
I'm not
I
sure if it was
believe
the
you'll find.
50s.
Sorry.
But no, it's all good. But the reason it
not
works
good.
because it addresses that point exactly is that the sound takes place in the world of the film.
Yes, which is
she's walking down the
absolutely
street.
fine by me.
She's being followed. She's being followed. She's looking over her shoulder, looking over her shoulder, looking over her shoulder, and then a bus comes around the corner and puts on the air brakes, and it goes whoosh, and, it's this
Yes.
big, and it scares the crap out of her. And it
See,
scares
and
you.
that's what everyone's been trying to recreate since. And like, oh, let's just put the sound in. Who cares if it occurs in front of the character? And you're like, what are you talking about? It anyway.
And then
it
I think
scares me every
someone-
time. But
Someone did a gag on that where it was I can't remember what the movie was. I think it might have been a movie called High Anxiety with Mel Brooks. But it's like a bus following him around with an orchestra in it, and the orchestra's playing like.
Horrible
I think only
Bosses
Mel
does
Brooks
that
had
too.
the budget
Horrible
for that.
Bosses does that too, where they're sneaking around somebody's house at night, and then a cat jumps in front of them, and then they go to like the next room, and the same cat jumps in front of them again. Like, where's that cat coming from? It's everywhere.
It reminds me of The Simpsons when Homer's like, "Hey, buddy, you want to see me? I'm going to play the brownies." Hey, buddy, you want to check out my new chainsaw hockey mask?
Oh yeah. Anyway, I really resent those jump scares when they're not authentic. So
Yeah,
at least
I
Annabelle
agree.
has one in the at least in the trailer. At least that's a legit jump scare, I guess. in
Well,
the
it bothers me because you're in the
Well,
movie
it's actually
theater.
no, it's not a legit jump scare because it's just a doll falling in front of you, so it doesn't make a
Yeah.
noise when it does that. So I don't know. I'll still see it because I saw The Conjuring. I actually like The Conjuring a lot. The clap
good.
clap was a good jump scare, even though it's in the
Yeah,
trailer. So it wasn't really that good of a jump scare because that's
It's
always
a nice little creepy world building thing for that too, right? Where it's just like anytime you can get specific with the ghost, kind of, and not just be like, "As a ghost, does ghost stuff." If there's a very specific thing that it does, or like a creepy little song, like it was
Yeah.
the whole Freddie Krueger song, right? Like that's a creepy thing that's
yeah,
very
it's
specific to. But I think the more you can sort of build the specificity of the supernatural thing that's happening, I think it's
Yeah.
cool. You don't have to explain it, but you can have it in.
Although the couple in that movie, played by Vera Farmiga and that other guy, can't remember his name, Night Owl from
Patrick Wilson. Is
Wilson.
it?
Patrick Wilson. Yeah. They're like known insane people, I guess. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're
the same people
paranormal
behind
investigators,
the Amityville Horror, and people are just like,
I saw-
there's no basis behind any of this. I think it was on Cracked or something. Like
There was a documentary about the Amityville Horror that actually featured them in it as well.
Yeah.
And they seem a lot less crazy. Well, I mean,
Well, it's not.
the
That's,
guy's
they're not
dead.
crazy because
Yeah, no.
that's how you actually make people believe, and not how you make it, but how people come to believe you. Like if you're just a psychopath, you'd be like, "All right, this guy's a crazy person. I don't care what he says." But if he comes across as authentic, and no one is SHIP, then it seems has more value, I guess, or weight behind it. You know, insane people aren't really insane up front all the time, which is not very helpful.
Hey, it's like Dave Mustaine said, if I know I'm going crazy, I must not be insane. He's a smart guy, that Dave Mustaine.
One thing I want to recommend too, before we call it cut, because I know Will's going to do that any second now, is a movie that I've only seen the trailer of, but looks really good, called The Guest. And Jason Eisner, who's from Nova Scotia, actually recut a trailer for it that looks really good. Kind of a throwback to like a 80s type. Stranger comes to town, and
I can't see Eisner getting behind that at all.
No, that's out of his wheelhouse for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, forget everything I said, Dan.
No.
But seriously,
Well,
check it
Ian
out.
and
It looks really
I,
good. The
Ian
movie
brought
looks
over a
The movie
movie
looks
which
good.
I do want to see that. Yeah.
which isn't a horror movie at all, but it's this movie based on this Japanese comic
Korean.
called
Oh,
Korean.
it's all the same to you, isn't it? You're racist.
Hey,
You're
by the way,
raisin.
if anybody wants to see some really good ventriloquist humor,
You're
Jeff
getting-
Dunham.
You're getting real Jeff Dunham on
Big,
us over
yeah,
here.
yeah, big. Get real Dunham on you.
Check out Ahmed, the dead terrorist. He's just a skeleton.
Hilarious.
Humongous head.
Yeah, my mom showed him to me. I laughed. No, but
Mom's gonna be so
he
mad
does. There's this movie Ian has called Riccio. And where did you get
Oh
this?
no, that's Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, where did you get the? See, where did you get that DVD from? You had to order it.
No, I got that at
Videomatica?
Videomatica, which is this really, really cool little, sort of cult video store where they just order in all the weirdest crap. Like, you could probably get cat people there, right? Like
Yeah,
that kind of spot.
it's like the video difference of Vancouver.
Yeah, except you
more
have
or less.
to buy everything. You can't.
Yeah,
rent
I
it.
can't rent it. But it's this Chinese like martial arts movie from like the 80s, and it got put on DVD. I want to say remastered because it doesn't look that good. But
Yeah.
anyway, there's a little intro they do before, and it's done by Jason Eisner. He just pops up on your screen.
really?
He's like, "Oh yeah, Ricchio's the story of this guy, and he has to fight, and he kills girlfriend."
And he's being like beaten up as
He's
he's
getting beat up as he's getting beat up by the camera.
Yeah.
Like the camera guy has like a fist next to the lens and he keeps punching him. It's like he's got really over the top violence and it's really good.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
It's a weird intro, but it's cool to see Eisner
Yeah.
doing that.
I just like the way that his career came to be. Not that it wouldn't have come to be anyway, but just getting that Grindhouse trailer in front of the movie Grindhouse is just...
Oh yeah.
Well, Ian and I have both had an
Awesome.
opportunity to work with him on separate occasions, and he certainly has a style. I mean, I remember
Yeah.
watching Fist of Death. That movie's like 10 years old, but that movie's like 45 minutes long.
A lot of miracles in this life, Murphy.
Yeah, a character just dies and he just comes back. Where did you go? A lot of miracles like Murphy. He's worked that style this whole time. He's still working on stuff, and
Yeah, he still works. I remember he was reviewed in Empire magazine, which I thought was pretty cool.
yeah, they gave him like 2 out of 4 for
I think
Helpless
it gave
Dragon.
him 3 out of 5, I think.
3 out of 5.
And they were like, you know what? I mean, if he wants to kind of get more serious with it, then he could do that. But if he wants to just
I mean,
keep
that
making
was
movies
on-
like this, he could do really well.
as literal of a shoestring budget as you would find.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, basically.
the fact that they have
Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer in that movie is
Unbelievable.
insane
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. Hometown boy doing us proud, and he's still working out of home. But he was not working out of home is me. You can find me on Twitter at
Why is that?
William C.
All right.
Vaughn.
Yeah, go ahead.
By the way, if you're looking for something to do this Thursday, the 25th, the back room at Jaegers will be having my 30th birthday party.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a friend of the show,
Oh my
you're a friend
God,
of
you're
mine's.
turning 30. Holy
So you can
crap
come.
on a cracker.
You're
Glad that's
come out.
not me.
Listen, I've been
Soon.
No, way too soon. The fact that I'm,
whatever.
way
I'm getting
too
better with
close to
age,
28.
guys. I'm like a fine cheese. I'm like a fine cheese.
Even with cheese.
lactose intolerant.
I'm getting better with age. Find me on Twitter at William C. Vaughn. And if you're a friend of the show, you're a friend of mine. So come out to the party, say hi, buy me a shot. Ian, where can we find you on the Twitmosphere?
I'm at Ian Stewart Hanlon at twitter.gov.
How do you spell that, though?
This is the U, am I right?
Yeah,
he's
that's the
he's a
U.
politician.
You figure out where to
U.
put that U, but it's not where an EW would go. But it is, though. It is exactly where an EW would go if you spelled it incorrectly, which you should.
It's a UA instead of an EW.
Matt, where can we find you on Twitter?
I am at MP Vaughn.
And Alex, where can we find you?
Is that funny?
No, it's
yeah,
just-
because it's just so
just leads up
definite.
to-
I'm
yeah.
MP Vaughn.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be a period on the end of that name.
At Evonix.
EVAUGHANICS.
Well, you know, it could go many ways. It could be double E.
By the way, have any of us got extra Twitter followers from the podcast?
I have extra Twitter followers just because I have been tweeting more often, and I think that just brings people to the forefront. So,
Or the 5
everyone on this podcast has more Twitter followers than me, except
combined.
That's not true.
except Ian.
I do not. Although I did get more after.
Yeah,
the
you don't have
last time
many
you guys
at
let me
all.
at it.
But
I got
I
like
have
6
more.
people.
Ian's blowing up on this thing.
Big
man.
bump. I like
I have
it.
one of
100.
them's-
I have 134, and that's really sad. And
People,
most of them aren't real people, so that's good.
they're bots.
One's a girl from Chicago called like Big Money Millionaire or something like that.
Oh, nice.
I get
Yeah,
people
she-
follow
no
me.
idea who she is.
that's
Big Money
Sandra.
Millionaire follows
Close
you,
friend of mine. Close friend of mine. Sandra's
I have
nice girl.
one verified person following me. I have no idea who he is.
I'm going to try to get
Jeff
verified.
Perlman.
I have almost 600 followers. I'm going to try to get verified.
If Ryan Johnson can't get verified, you ain't getting verified.
He chooses to not be verified.
I'm verified.
Sorry.
Yeah,
be
I
so
choose
aware
not to
of
be
Ryan
verified.
Johnson's
Thank
Twitter.
you, Matt. I choose not to be verified. You're right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for listening this week. There's the music right there. And,
I'm not doing
we'll
no.
be back.
No, we will not do that.
Next week we'll talk about the and
Again, no one pays attention to what happens between one episode and the next, so I think we're okay. Just glossing
that's right.
over it.
This episode could air at any time for any reason, and you'd still think it's current.
It's around forever, man.
Yeah, our voices,
Just like will be.
what we do in our life will echo in eternity. Did I get that, Ryan?
Well,
Out of, Gladiator?
I tweeted you.
Is that right?
I tweeted you the documentary broke. Did you have a chance to watch it?
It didn't work. The link didn't work.
It's an awesome movie.
Yeah, that stuff.
I guess
does
the
not
link
stay up for long.
broke.
Oh, see what you did. See what you did.
I didn't, but let's pretend that I knew what was happening this entire time.
I said the
What I
link
do,
broke.
what I do most of my life, just pretend
It's
I
a
know
killer
what's
joke.
happening.
Hey, man.
Okay,
4
so
people
let's-
on this show really works well, I think.
Let's
I think
end
so,
by
but
all
the name
saying
of
our
the
favorite
podcast
chocolate bar at the
is
same time.
Okay.
Okay, and on 4.
What do we-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Crispy
Wonder
Crunch.
Bar.
Guys,
What are we saying?
What? You're all assholes.
that might have been the worst thing we've ever done, guys.
It was very
remember
straightforward.
last week
Matt
when
and I
Alex said that they
nailed
were
it,
missing this?
and now you guys were just stupid idiots.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Twitter.
My language is cumbersome.
Uh,
A lot of activity at 6 in the morning in Vancouver. If this is Monday morning, which is not.
yeah. Oh, it's super early.
Yeah.
I'm waking
Like
up.
to sleep out of your eyes.
Yep. Coffee pot.
More fresh pots.
I'm letting someone else do the sign off this week. By the way.
We usually don't, so I'll do it. Catch you on the flip side, you handsome sons of guns.